See? That's why it's very important. He didn't say thou art Jesus, thou art Yahweh Shai, or Yeshua, or Yeshaya, or any of those names as people call him. But he said, thou art Hamashiach. That's the anointed. It's only one. Thou art the Messiah. It's only one. And that's him. Oh yeah. That's our power. That's what we belong to. Ye are Mashiachim, and Mashiach is the Most High. So you can't get to the Most High unless you go through him. Look at Habakkuk. I think that's what I want. Habakkuk 3:16. We're looking at regeneration, scripture proving it in reincarnation. Habakkuk 3:16. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. That I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops, his 200 million angels. Oh yeah. He begging that he could rest. Like Daniel gonna rest in his life. When Mashiach shall invade them with his troops. Second Esdras. I'll get a count if y'all still can hear me okay?
Hi.
Okay, to what? Second Esdras 16.
What was that last scripture? What's that scripture?
Habakkuk 3:16. Second Esdras 16 and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till they consume the foundations of the earth. To purify this baby. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backwards. They shoot that arrow, it's not going backwards. It's not going to return backwards. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Once he sent them, they're going forth. This is what Ezra says. These plagues coming on the earth in the last days. Look at verse 13. For strong is his right hand. Who's his right hand? Mashiach Yahushua. That bendeth this bow. That bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. These missiles not going to miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Ends of who world? Ends of Esau world, because 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So what does Ezra say when this is at the ends of the world? What does Ezra say here? Verse 17. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days? Come on now, that's reincarnation, that's regeneration right there. He said, woe is me, destruction to me. Destruction is me. Who will deliver me in those days? And he's not talking about a time that he's living. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Then you know he knew he'd be here. So what shall I do when these evils shall come? If he dead, how is he going to be in the time of the ends of the world? 1 Corinthians 15. We know about it. That's why Mashiach asked the apostles, who do men say that I am? And they said Jeremiah, one of the prophets, or Elijah. How they gonna say that? Because this is what we knew, what we know now. We don't know nothing as we ought to know. That's why we gotta be talking. You gotta learn all over again. First Corinthians 15 and 22. For as in Adam all die. Remember, because he was told not to eat of the tree of good and evil. He ate, said, you eat of that tree of good and evil, you won't live a day, you're going to die. And the day to the Most High is 1,000 years. Even so, and by Hashem Mashiach shall all be made alive. Shall we all be made alive? Verse 45. So it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Who was that? Mashiach Yahushua. Albeit that was not first, which is spiritual. Because he was carnal. That's why he allowed Eve to tell him, come on, let's eat of this. We're going to have powers. We'll be like gods. We're going to be like the one that you're talking to all the time. And you bring it, whatever he tells you to me, we're going to be like them. Knowing good and evil. Howbeit, that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural. And afterward, that which is spiritual, which is Mashiach Yahushua. The first man is of the earth, earthly. The second man is Mashiach Yahushua from heaven. Hebrews 7 and 1. Hebrews 7 and 1. That's why he had to bring the spiritual understanding. That's why when you look, before you get there, look at Hebrews 1 and 2. 1 and 1 and 1 and 2. The Most High, who at sundry times and in divers different manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Verse 2 is true. Hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, Mashiach Yahushua, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the world. So Mashiach Yahushua made everything under the power of the Most High, all worlds. So Hebrews 7 and 1. For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, prince of the Most High power, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all, that was tithe, first being by interpretation king of righteousness, and after that also king of shalom, of peace, which is king of peace. Without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of Man, Son of the Most High, abideth a priest continually, who was Mashiach Yahushua. Hebrews 11 and 17. By faith Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. And he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son. So you're looking at the Spirit coming back and forth as Isaac. Matthew 1 and 1. Matthew 1 and 1. The burden of the, excuse me, that's Malachi. Matthew 1 and 1. The book of the generation of Mashiach Yahushua, the son of David, the son of Abraham. The son of David, the son of Abraham. This spirit coming back in Isaac, and we're going to see in Solomon. Look at Luke 1:31. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Mashiach Yahushua. He, Mashiach Yahushua, shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Most High Power shall give unto him the throne of his father David. 2 Samuel 7. Mashiach Yahushua came out of the Hebrews 7:14 says, for this evident our power sprang out of Judah. David was of the tribe of Judah. So 2 Samuel 7:12. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, King David, I will set up thy seed after thee. What is seed? Copulation of sperm, lineage. I will set up thy seed, your seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. See? So, was King Solomon's throne or kingdom set up forever? No. He just said he's going to give the throne of King David to a Mashiach Yahushua. And it says, I will, in verse 12, it says, I will set up yours, which is your seed, after thee. After you die, tell him you're going to die, and I'm going to set up your seed, which is your lineage, your seed, which is your copulation of sperm after you, he said, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. Mashiach Yahushua. His kingdom lasts forever. Revelation 20:12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. They're going to be judged by Mashiach Yahushua. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and the dead, and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. That's what this is all about. Doing works. The second week, Jesus said it twice. Most I speak once, say it twice. It's by your works, by your faith. You're going to show your faith by your works. You don't have no works, you can't say you have faith. So Most High is giving him all, Mashiach Yahushua, all the judgment. 2 Corinthians 15. And we're going to start at 1 Corinthians 15. 1 Corinthians 15. Salaki. 1 Corinthians 15. Look at verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners. So evil communication can corrupt your good manners. Awake to righteousness and sin not. obey the law, such commandments of the Most High, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, going to the Most High on our behalf. For some have not the knowledge of the Most High. Some have not the knowledge of the Mashiach Yahushua. I speak this to your shame. But some men will say, how are the dead raised up? And with what body do they come? See, some men are going to ask this. Thou fool, that which thou sowest is not quickened, except it die. And that which thou sowest not that body that shall be. The one that goes in the ground is not the body that shall be. I said, not the flesh that should be, that's on a spirit, that's going to come in the future, but bear grain. It may chance of wheat or of some other grain. But the Most High giveth it a body as it hath pleased him, and to every seed his own body. To every seed his own body. See? Same spirit, different body. Let's look at Job 19. Job 19 and 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. He liveth and shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin, as his flesh, worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see the Most High. While Mashiach Yahushua, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me. But ye should say, why persecuted we him, saying the root of the matter is found in me? But be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment. That's what's happening to us right now. The Most High show using that sword that Esau. So I say, be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that you may know there is a judgment. It's a judgment from the Most High. He's worthy to be praised for everything. But he's saying, hey, verse 26, very key. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, the body that's in at that time, right? Yet in my flesh, in another body, in another flesh, shall I see the Most High. Second Maccabees 7. Second Maccabees 7. Second Maccabees 7, 13. Now when this man was dead also, they tormented and mangled the fourth in like manner. So when he was ready to die, he said thus. He was ready to die, he said these words. It is good, being put to death by men, to look for hope from the Most High, to be raised up again by him. Once again. So when he was ready to die, he said thus. It is good, being put to death by men, to look